So I have one more question for Trey, and then we'll open it up to the whole room. So you teach computer science, and I imagine there might be some people in this room who think, oh, computer science, really, really hard, nearly as hard as physics, maybe harder than physics. And I'm wondering, a lot of your students must come in expecting it to be difficult. How do you manage your classroom? Because I also know that you must have lots of things you have to teach them and show them. I mean, you could try and lead an open, sort of free-flowing discussion about, well, let's talk about programming, but actually they have to know something. I'm just wondering how you manage that.
Well, I'll say it's constantly something I'm trying to learn how to balance. I think I'll turn this around a little bit and say that one of the best professors that most excited me to become an academic, I should say, every time I came into his class, I could just feel how excited he was about it. And I can bring my excitement. I mean, you don't get to this point without being excited about the subject that you're going to get up and teach every day. So I can bring my excitement, but then trying to turn around and make it exciting to what Josh was saying earlier is a very different side of things. And so the course that I teach right now is on robotics, and it's a very technical field. There's a lot of things to cover. But I'm trying to find ways to connect to students and say, at first when I started teaching this, I will bring you examples and try and point out how this isn't actually as foreign as it might think, and it's not actually as complex as it might think. You use these types of skills all the time. Humans have built these systems in a way that makes sense to us. And so it's actually, the cameras in the robot work like your eyes. Let's learn about that for a little bit and try and connect it to how you feel. And then that's also an interesting dynamic to turn it around. But students sometimes look at me like, why did I pick this example? I don't really actually care about whatever robot I've decided to put up on the lecture slides today. So I decided to turn that around, and at the beginning of the semester, I give them an introduction lecture that covers the entire semester in one day, just to give you a little overview. And I asked them to go home and find a robot that interests them. Huh. And then they submit a little write-up and a video of the robot doing something. And then every lecture, I find a way to take their robot and put it into whatever topic I'm covering. And I've only been doing this for just a little bit, so I haven't exactly gotten the feedback to know whether or not this is a better way of doing it, but it seems to have made it more personal, that when you can see the piece that you've contributed come back in and
that's really interesting.
make it a little bit better. But I think we're getting there. It's
It's always an experiment every semester. That's the way I like to think of it. I don't know.
Yeah, every class.
Yes.